Okay. Hello. Hello, hello. Alright. I haven't streamed as much as I maybe should have lately, but, well, I've kinda, I don't think as much as I could have, should have, whatever, but, would have liked to, but, just wasn't up to it for some reason. But, I'm doing it now today, so, view story recap, what's this? Mysterious celestial body entangled by 3 paths appears in the Keepers. Here's Mirror, Amphorius, the Eternal Land, the next stop for the Trailblaze. The landing is not a smooth one. After surviving the crash, the Trailblaze squad meets the local HSR heroes. They learn from them that the Titans supporting the world are rotting away, and that the land of Amphorius is covered in scars. Okay. In Akima, the final holy city, 2 members of the squad undergo great trials and gain the trust of Aglaya, leader of the Chrysosairs. Facing a threat from beyond the fog, everyone decides to band together to defeat the Strife Titan Nikador. In order to destroy Nikador's true form... Wow, I'm sorry. The group plans to infiltrate Castrum Kremnos of the past. Asked to discover the truth at the end of the Abyss of Fate, the Trailblazer communes with the Time Titan Orynyx and somehow receives a gaze from Fuli. With the help of their new friend Mem, everyone pieces together Nikador's divinity and obtains the Titan's core flame in the final battle. And last, the young hero Phaedon faces his own trial in the holy vortex of Genesis. Let's wait, because I'm very curious what's going on here. As expected, even with the support of the Divergent Universe, trying to construct a model of Amphorius from these mere scraps of memoria is still a bit of a stretch. Making something from nothing has always been Mythos' hallmark. On the journey of erudition, every conclusion instead must be grounded in evidence. A sealed world reflected in the garden's mirror. Concern for the state of the two nameless has just increased by another 12%. What kind of wonder could possibly cover up 3 paths in such a waterproof way? I've got to thoroughly interrogate those 2 when I get them out of there. Hang on, where was this? Is that actually the... Wait, what? I was not expecting this. Snap back to reality. This is the Grove of Epiphany. Even though it's not your first time here, the scenery before you still manages to leave you speechless. Remember that you came here to pursue that distant voice. Young lady, do you desire wisdom? I desire stellar jades. Yep, clicking that because, alas, there's no wealth to be here, though there is something much more precious, knowledge. I am a strand of consciousness left behind by the great sage Kaludorthos to manage this grand library, known as the Index. Got anything in here that's adult only? Okay, I I want to see what that answer gives. You shall graciously overlook your foolishness, considering there is yet room for your education. It's well known that the library of Philia holds a vast collection of scrolls, and the research of scholars across generations is as numerous as Aquila's eyelashes. A massive mess of disordered, disorganized papers. My colleagues and I poured our lives into weaving all that research into the sacred tree's memories. Through Circe's roots and Nestia's golden threads, this wisdom has been able to extend outward, enveloping every corner of the grove, interwoven into a network that bears knowledge. As long as one holds reverence for the Titans, any may touch it, peruse its scrolls, engage in discourse, and resonate with the knowledge left behind by sages of old or even those left by Circes. Big data is truly everywhere. Sure. Corrupted by the black tide, the underground network is slowly decaying. What remains is nothing more than scattered remnants of certain scrolls. What? Perseverance? Why am I failing at figuring out what on earth that word is? It shouldn't be this hard. Hang on. Perseverance. Duh. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I somehow just didn't look like the word perseverance to me. But perseverance rewards the steadfast. In the end, I have found a successor to whom I can entrust this place. What are you talking about? Before you confuse a blinding radiance soaks into your thoughts, encompassing your soul essence into the labyrinthine root system. Whoa. You open your eyes, barely able to believe the sight before you. I wanted to test the divergent universe so much that I've started to hallucinate. I'm back? Or is this the Trailblazer's stern? Indeed, I was not mistaken in my judgment. It is but a mere shard drawn from memory's depths, yet it bears the majesty of an astral vessel, akin to the usurper's fabled skyship. As the saying goes, virtue is knowledge, virtue is wisdom's origin and finale. Gathered here are Amphorius's collective myths and histories throughout its entire existence. We learn what virtue is from gods to heroes. At the same time, it draws from the past of scholars, allowing people to understand themselves, forging trials and tribulations unique only to them. Your heart has chosen the skyship, and shaping this very scene is the gate to embark on a voyage of discovery. This is the crow part. Yep, that tracks as an option. Okay, this is all too real. You can find yourself doubting whether a simulated Screwlim or Herta might appear in the next moment. In any case, your soul essence will walk alongside legends here, shaping your virtue and forging you into a true sage, and eventually a true hero. Excessive words are not necessary here, young one. Prepare to tread forth into the river of knowledge. Hey. The same reward set as simulated universe. Come on, they couldn't have been even a little bit creative. Whatever. What? It could have been generous, maybe is more the word. I guess it does say up there, Divergent Universe Protean Hero. Fine. Alright. I guess we'll play this tutorial level. Ooh, nice. I am swapping Dan Hong for... yeah, wow. Hello, I'm the simulated Herda. Let me try to teach you. See those enemies? Try fighting them. Okay, that's really funny. Bigger. Okay. Just tried to run in Minecraft earlier today, like a little bit ago. Tried to see about running in Minecraft, and I tried hitting right click. It's just like we're it's not how that works. Here's something new for you: the day-night cycling mechanic. Battle it will alternate between day and night. Look here, it's currently the day state. When the activation reaches here, then we will enter the night state. Oh, intriguing. Nightfall. Oh. During the night, both allies and enemies will greatly increase damage dealt. Rude. You're also dealing more damage. Go defeat those enemies. Okay, cool. This feels really weird because I'm not used to watching at this speed. Hmm. Hmm. This is a golden blood spoon that can enhance the day and night effects. Try one on the house. Golden blood spoons can provide certain buffs during day and night. During the day, increases ally targets' final damage by 2% per day. During the day, activates all allies' ultimates. Oh. Affecting the day, that's interesting. Might be a little overpowered there. Sure feels like it, at least. I'll heal up a bit. Gold blood spoon, some energy was regenerated when we entered the day. Okay. Currently active golden blood spoons will be displayed here. Also increase the damage you deal during day. Go stomp some enemies. Okay. Yes, it will cycle between day and night. Day and night each have their own basic effects. Selecting golden blood spoons can grant you additional buffs. For selecting specific boons, you can change the ratio of day and night and may even be able to make one state permanent. Interesting. That's an effect that wasn't touched on, and that effect wasn't stated by Simulated Herda. I don't think I've ever heard that full quote before. I don't know that I've ever, let it sit for that long. Look here, this is the progress to your next golden blood spoon. You can gain 1 point of progress every time you enter a domain. Okay. You can receive one gold... You can receive 1 golden blood spoons when you reach 4 points. We're only 1 point away from reaching the next progress threshold. Head to the next domain and obtain a golden blood spoon. Okay then. Select one enhancement effect for your golden blood spoons. Okay. Expect to make the day last longer. Increases the day ratio by 25%, increases highest targets final damage by 20% during the day. After an ally target defeats an enemy target during the day. Its enhancements also take effect at night and will not be reset. And every night and when night descends, activates all allies' ultimates. Interesting. Yeah, sure, let's go with a fairy tale about dawn. These three all say tree B. Kind Madam Herta will now grant you another boon. Feel free to thank me now. Highest level golden blood spoons can be enhanced to level 3. Spoon has divine blessing, shine eternally radiant, bringing everlasting day. Now pick it. Sure. Look here, the duration of the day has been extended. Alright, in the Divergent universe, you can enhance your combat effectiveness by selecting golden blood spoons. Select golden blood spoons once for every 4 domains entered. Golden blood spoons are separated into basic buffs and enhancement buffs. Why am I yawning so much? Oh my goodness, I need to stop. You must already have a basic buff before you can choose to get the corresponding enhancement buffs. Okay then. Gotta play up. Yay. Yippee. Yay, 30 stellar jade. It's much more rapid than I anticipated, but paths, blessings, equations. How you interpret the Titans are indeed unconventional. Feels like you're trying to force a formula onto something that doesn't actually fit. As long as the program works, it doesn't matter whether these 3 old variables can be formulaically used to unlock the Titan's secrets. You shouldn't get caught up in the details. Even the Titans cannot understand things they have never seen. The original purpose of enlightenment can only be reached through interpreting the unknown using the known, forging ahead steadfastly, and tailoring education according to an individual's nature. Ow. Can my shoulder stop popping? I mean, I know it would stop popping if I stopped moving it around, but like, it's feeling stiff, so I was trying to move it around a little. Since the Grove elects to impart knowledge to you through such a method, it must have its reasons. Moreover, these are myths, after all. They are bound to be subject to mortal ignorance, giving rise to embellishments and fabrications. At the end of the day, we're still doing tests at this very place. And like how protagonists must have a baseball bat, the Divergent universe is much more compatible with the Trail to the stern, even if it's a simulation. Titan miracles explain everything? Circe's wisdom, my dear friend. Sorry, screw them, I'm playing a pirated version here. It's fine, he'll be overjoyed when you bring the memories you made here to him. I see many traits similar to those heroes in you. I've never put much faith in the unruly Zagreus, but I have to praise the opportunity bequeathed by that thief, Star, for me to discover an heir such as you for the library's collection. Remember, never forget the heroes and their virtues. Heroes aren't extraordinary existences. Virtues that everyone can possess forego the flames of a hero. Or forge. I misread forage as forego. That's that that is quite the misread. Wow. Uh, Never forget timely self-reflections. The trials of the self are not accomplished in a day. Pride and negligence, negligence. There. It's going to bother me if I didn't pronounce that correctly at some point eventually. He can even corrupt titans. Okay, there. I'll also return to searching within the root system. Perhaps I will uncover some remnant pages unsullied by the black tide. Air of knowledge. May Circes shield your ignorance. There's some enhanced contents over here. Okay, fine, I can click into that. These effects can enhance your abilities while you possess golden blood spoons. Or GBBs. Okay, tap here. Okay. Yay, increase the number of GBBs you can choose from by one. No. Have you ever seen a butterfly perched on a branch, pouring out a love song of beauty and affection? Yes, animals grow in the footsteps of carefully, and plants sprout from the hanging branches of Circes. Yet upon sudden reflection, none could comprehend their wisdom. The heart of the reason titan cracks with sorrow. They wander amphibious, collecting the most beautiful scales and feathers from many creatures, creating golden butterflies. Thus began the world's poems of romance, beauty, and love. I just all of a sudden realized, did I say blutterflies? Their wisdom could rival Circes in debate. Their sculpting shamed Aquila, and their singing silenced Phagosa. Nemes- Nestia, what could be more moving than you? The butterfly loved in vain. Long companionship stirs the butterfly's heart, so it confesses its love to its creator. But the flustered Circes flees within the sacred tree. Even when the butterfly weeps blood and dies, Circes never returns. Even Thanatos, long accustomed to death, sheds tears for the butterfly. Gathering its fragmented soul, death cast it into a cocoon. Golden butterflies emerge to pursue romance in the mortal world, while a fragile humanoid form is born from the remains of the cocoon. Go seek love upon the earth. When the time comes, even the silent tree will bloom for you. Janus guides their path forward. Go weave romance on the earth. When the time comes, even the tearless god will compose your poetry. Oryx hands them a golden spindle. Begin a journey around the world. See sheep with offering wandering the plains, and clusters of humanity singing around the campfire, just as they once did with their creator. They see children running hand in hand, and young men vowing to sail far across the seas, just as they once did with their mentor. They see birds carrying fruits to decorate their nests, generals offering flowers to young maidens, their love burning hotter than any core flame. From one end of the world to the other, they gather all the love of the earth, and their long, arduous journey finally brings them back to their origin. Hang the heart with the love of friends. The sacred tree opens their path to kin, their branches intertwining with family and friends. Nestia gives all of themselves to Circes, and finally, within the chrysalis of gold, receives the whispers of love. Thus the butterfly is reborn from the cocoon, the sacred tree blooms for their lover, and from that moment they remain inseparable. That's interesting. Whoa. That's really cool looking. But let's continue. Why? Fine. Heat testing. Yes, why? Well, I guess I needed to do it once to get the first time clearance rewards for this difficulty level. Screw it. I don't care. I'll do it. Anyway. Ooh, ouch. During the the day versus during the night. The day increases enemy targets' final damage taken by 25%. It inflicts enemy targets with Swan Song. At the start of each turn, take physical additional damage equal to 400% base damage. Sting versus during the night. Ally targets max HP increases by 30%. After HP is reduced, it increases the next attack's final damage dealt by 50%. Let's go with Castris' Meeting Death's Palm. Check strategy guides. Okay. Fine. We'll click it. Strategy guide suitable for your current build. Nah. I don't wanna. But you're making me. I don't care. Keeping it. Cat with blue hat. It's an image icon for recommended strategy content. Cool. Sure, I'll go with that. I don't really care. Let's go with this option. Cool, okay. Strategy page from here too. Cool, okay, yeah, I don't really care. Okay, yippee. So wonderful. I don't really care. In the slightest. Hey. I was expecting time to twirl, but I guess that's not happening. Date yourself. And you're... Oh. I was expecting that one to also do the date, but it didn't. And now it's daytime. Blam and blam. The Herta's moveset is really funny. I forget what that icon means, but sure, I'll grab this option, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's that it benefits that no thing. Yeah, okay, right. Ginger or occurrence? I'll go with occurrence. Let's see, what's this? By the dim of the crystal sea, a massive feathered whale traverses the material world's border, leaping out of the surface and swiftly crashing back into the scintillating crystal structure, where just those entangling jostle about, their hands grappling at phase-shifting fishing rods. That's a statement. Letting their bait sink into the crystalline depths. Whatever is using willing to offer prayers for the crystal mother, and she gives everyone reciprocating rewards based on each of their will. After saying this, the high priest hangs a piece of gold to the hook, casting it powerfully into the solid sea. We put, as long as you offer tribute, you can catch anything you want here, even fish. Why isn't one of the options described as I want to catch a fish? Because that just would be funny. I'm just gonna do gateway to fishing opens to an abyss. Sure, let's go to the compact path. I don't know. Why not? Okay, I'm speeding this fight up. Oh. Yeah, because that was the fourth set of enemies to appear, is why Hide. This is then, but not the ones after. Right. Yay! Time to twirl. Okay. I don't know. I'm just picking stuff. I have to say, this is a really annoying type of creature to... Sure. That's useful. Hmm. No, I don't care. So, I was like, if it doesn't take it out, it will be really close. It turns out it did take it out. Here, do this. I don't know. Why not? So harmony, imaginary, or quantum. Physical or fire. Sure, whatever. I'll just go with that, I guess. I really don't know or care. Oh. One of these things. Okay. Sure. I guess I can... Heard memory simulation appears in the store, very unsurprisingly high spirits. The me in your mind is a far cry from the real. No more than a millionth of my true self. But hey, it's not a bad it's not bad experiencing every now and then what the simulated aha felt. Here to snap your fingers. I've also unlocked access to this database's collections for you. Don't mention it, as always, go buy them with cosmic fragments. It's really silly. Interesting. I'll take this thing, I guess. I don't know. Why not? Let's see what Skrillum has. Simulated Skrillum, I guess. Simulated Skrillum stands before the shop, observing the world with keen interest. Seems he's not bothered by the fact that you and the Grove have recreated the Divergent universe altogether. Even in difficult times, to know that you think of me is an honor. Skrillum greets you warmly. As for the Grove's document analysis work, I'll be the one to bring you even more blessings. Interesting. Yay. Yeah, I can't afford the other things. Ah well. Combat. Why not? Okay. I forgot how loud that line is. But yeah, I was not intending to just do this. Okay. Cool. Time to twirl is just... I feel like if there was any reason to be choosing this... Sure, whatever, I don't care. Like, if there's any reason to be what was I trying to say? I was expecting more out of Herda, but she just said, oh. Which, whatever, sure. If all you want to say is, oh, then I guess I guess you can. Nice. Yeah, I think I can understand why stuff doesn't really count, because it would just be way too easy if you could do this. The level of strike, well, at the level of strike that I currently have, yeah. So tonight we're shooting night for Tuesday. Sure. Sure, I'll take this, I guess, I don't know. Cool. Helps if I hit the right button. I think I might have hit caps lock. Might mess up whatever, might mess up stuff next time I go to type. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now has an effect on with ice. Sure, I'll just click that, I guess. I don't know. I'm just curious what Erda has here. Sure, why not? I don't know. Cool. Interesting. I don't know what that was, but that was an attack, I guess, of some kind. Okay. That's the hood of my hoodie. sleeve. There we go. That's the sleeve. Ow! Oh, I just nailed my knee against that. Ouch. I don't care what I just selected, but I selected something to progress so that I can just keep finishing this. Just be done with this nonsense. Ow. Yippee. Cool. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I get it, but... Okay, I'm gonna screw them. Have to offer right now, just out of curiosity. Thank you. You know, whatever. I truly do not care. I can beat this boss without. I really don't care which of these two things I select. Wow. Dubba. Really? Like, can you stop just shoving things above her to... Wow, okay. Yippee. Yeah, I don't care. Yay. That was what I was wanting to get. Each division universe update, not only new plastic occasions for carriers and random occurrences, but also new golden blood bins, new path of harmony, fixed path specification and abundance, iterates on certain content for the other paths. Okay. Cool. Hmm. Yeah, I kind of didn't think I was actually going to give me any rewards of any kind. But it did. Cool. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Yay, 60 more Starry Jade. For use for whatever I want. What's Robin have to say? How's it going? Pretty good. How about you? Good. How about you? Been busy? Okay, let's see. Preparation for my performance is almost done, so I'm free today. Just listen to a blues instrumental called Flower Wild. It's perfect for playing on the Express to help relax, sharing it with you. Hope you like it. Rings a bell. Girl on the Express has played the song before. The conductor said they caught the scent of flowers after listening to it. I feel the same way. Listen close to this piece, it's as if you're in the midst of a sea of flowers, casting over a maiden's skirt. some good music, I'll make sure to share it with you. By the way, there's something important I need to tell you. Might come as a surprise to you. Yeah? Location of my upcoming concert isn't far from Pennant County, so I took the liberty of having the butler send some VIP concert tickets to the express crew. Has a tight schedule, didn't give you a heads up beforehand, please forgive me. Now everyone is gonna lose sleep. It's gonna be too excited to sleep. Let's see. Person. Okay. Now what is it? What is this? Winterland's Songstress. Oh, it actually did send. The IPC's technology is so advanced, messages can be sent through half the cosmos. It's like, have we met? Camilla. Who's this? I bet I didn't tell you I changed numbers. First now, after all, the IPC is quite strict with their information security. So the name, don't worry about it. My manager chose it for me. Something about will catch one more. I'll catch attention. I think being an IPC artist means to be bound by so many rules. Whatever, I'll pick that. Okay, yes. Blah 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 blah. Oh, I think I recognize who this is. Maybe keyword maybe. What's that achievement? Golden Theater. Okay. La 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 la. Yippee. Whoa. Okay, cool. Yay. Yay, cool. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, what's this? Yay. Thanks for the 300 stellar jade. Dang it, didn't mean to click that. Guide. Okay, cool. Okay, yay. Got stuff. Oh, really? Ow. Wow, my knees. Not liking that. Cool. It's my imagination, but things feel like they're not lined up with where they were last time I was in here. I don't know, things just seem... I feel like I feel like there's been a few different times where it's just like this stuff just doesn't feel like it lines up correctly. I don't know what's up with that, what's going on, but yeah, okay. Oh, Vortex or Genesis, right, yes, this thing. Let's teleport me nearby. Okay. Can I talk to... Nope, I just can talk to Aglaya, I guess. Kestrus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It feels like we've already waited for 42 days. Sure. How did you even arrive at that number? Hmm. Hmm. What's going on? Interesting, but I guess sure. Hmm. I don't honestly know which one I want to answer. I could try doing this, but I know where. Okay, I'm just going to close my eyes and I hit the letter A. I was not even close. Okay, let me try again. I just hit 2. Okay. It's a rare opportunity, though. The core flame has something to do with the workings of Amphorius. It's best for us to learn more. Things have taken a critical turn, especially so with Finon's life on the line. Of course, we Nameless will do what is necessary. How should we help? Hmm. Okay. Okay. What do they have to say? Can't credit all noises. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. What's Don Hong have to say? Let, let's also make our way to the front of the Spirit Basin when you're ready. Let's go. Recommended team level 56. I think I'm beyond that. It's cool to see that most of these main counter things have the ice element listed. I do not know what his stats are like. It says destruction, so yeah. I feel like that gives me an idea as to what it might be, but you know what? It should be fine. Let's just go like this. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Intriguing. That looks weird. What? Why is it just you? Where's Don Hung? Rust, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Mm. Alrighty then. Intriguing. Hmm. Hmm. Why so solemn? Hmm. Not gonna run forward if I press Q. Gorgos, the Kremnos the founder. Wow. Words can be difficult sometimes. ¿Por qué? Long arrow shadow pierces through the phantom of Cartonus. Whoa. You too. You the real Don Hog? I could ask you the same. What was the last thing you said to me before I parted the waters of the Skill Gorge waterscape? How would I even remember that? Sounds like something the real you would say. It wasn't easy, but I finally found you two. Just some memories from my past, nothing worth mentioning. You mean, oh, right. So why does player character not see something about relating to their past? I asked, huh? What are you thinking? Hmm. Hmm. Doesn't exactly sound like a bad thing. At least it means that we'll be able to find Finon here. Sounds like a plan. Someone is manipulating this battlefield. Someone who might not be Finon. Hmm. What's wrong with you two? I've met that word before. It's Nias, an incarnation of Nikador. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. Blasphemous prince. Mm-hmm. Poor excuse for a swordmaster. Well, that seems a little mean to call him that. Oh. It's gonna be one fierce battle we won't be able to get out of. One who has fallen. Finon, Finon failed the trial. Hmm. 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 Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. That's intriguing. Really, I thought. Hmm. Eternal Lands, interesting. Lance. Hmm. Sometime later. Interesting. No. Core flame trial is indeed no place for the weak. Let's just hope that Finon gets through this. Hmm. Is Black Tide really that scary? Since coming to Amphorius, we have heard many talking about this Black Tide. Could you tell us more about it? Hmm. I guess that's fitting. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. He's in that chamber. We're in this chamber. Okay, that looks kind of cool. It doesn't feel like water. It feels like it's something else. What exactly, I don't know, but it doesn't feel like it's water. Okay, what were these? Generally, in the battle against whatever Braider, deal finishing blows, you destroy its warm armor. Okay. See, I got a surface rage. Heroes finally risen from strife. He did not, but at least he was saved. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. An unspeakable thing of unknown origin. What comes to your mind when we put these keywords together? It's like a leviathan, a cosmic mega octopus, or an eon, or a stellaron. I don't know why I chose to go from bottom to top. It's kind of a weird order to read them in. I guess honestly, probably the weirdest order would have been if I'd read them in the order of like 2, 1, 3. That probably would have been the weirdest order. Let's go with a Leviathan, a cosmic mega octopus. A hypothesis like that has never occurred to me, I must admit, but considering how the Leviathan hasn't been sighted in the universe for hundreds of amber eras, I think the possibility of it being the culprit is minuscule. Let's think about the various characteristics of Amphoreus instead. An isolated world of eternal night being eroded by an unknown power. This has been bothering me for a while now. Everything we have seen thus far suggests that Amphoreus wasn't always isolated from the rest of the universe. Be it the birth of the Titans or the encroaching black tide, none of these can be explained as a natural progression of a civilization. There must be other reasons for its current state of isolation. It's just... If the cancer of all worlds is truly the culprit, then we should have observed certain phenomena, explicit or otherwise, by now. But that isn't the case. Voice of the Stellar. That's what I was thinking too. From past experience, the Stellarian within you should be able to resonate with other Stellarons. But we haven't encountered anything like that here. There's several other unanswered questions too. My gut feeling is that things here are not as simple as they seem. Furthermore, what happened in Penacony also proved that the appearance of a world may not necessarily be due to the influence of just one path. No sweat, the Trailblaze can tackle even 10 paths if it must. It could be an all-star cast. Who knows, maybe Achilles behind it all. That would be a twist. Who knows, maybe Achilles behind it all. Not even the history fictionologists would dare to spin a tale like that. For now, let's just take things as they come. The Black Tide could be a good starting point. Since Nicanor has fallen, those who are suppressed by them will no doubt begin to counterattack now. Seems their trailblazing expedition is growing in significance. Ladies POV. In a galaxy far, far away. Sorry. True. Hmm? Interesting. Never even realized I could just like lean forward and it would actually like portray in the character model. I had never tried that. Wow, that was a bit of a swirl around. That's weird that we're following them. Hmm. Cretaros. Interesting. Good question. Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. That. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Hmm. Just hmm. Mm. these things? These are fun puzzles. These are 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that doesn't work. 3, 5, 6. That also doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. That. I just realized that it didn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Helps if you don't make silly mistakes. There you go. Yay, Tony's Jelly Jade. Because this is supposed to be like hot, toasty water. Sure. Have to say, would not recommend walking around in an outfit like this into that water. That'd probably not be good for the dress or the boots. More so the boots. Drat. Wait. Has the audio not been working this whole time?
In its den were stacked even higher than the peaks around Akama.
I'm gonna... Give me a second to try and... I just realized that doesn't seem like it's been, working here. There we go. I can't believe it's been, Well, that definitely was, Wow. Can't believe that. I was... Should have just been reading everything out, evidently.
But do you know what happened? Nary a moment had passed after the beast's head peeked out of its den, when the Kremnoan warriors surged forward and brought it down within the blink of an eye, shattering its knees with a single strike. And then, why are you red-faced already? We haven't even gotten to the best part yet.
Red-faced. Looks like a piece of stone. Doesn't seem like the tone of its face has changed at all.
It's your storytelling, my lord. You're weaving such a captivating tale that it got my blood pumping. Please, go on. Well, if it isn't Lord Mighty. It's been a while.
Oh, what in Akama is happening? To what do I owe the pleasure, son of Gorgo?
Kratoros. My esteemed teacher.
Let's talk somewhere else, Mighty Mos. I'm tired of speaking with this silly lion.
What about the Council's informants?
Those two hyenas are nothing but scavengers of rotten meat. They couldn't bite even if they tried. They can follow us if they want to. Let's go.
Wait, so how in the world did Chrysius Neo get mounted on the wall?
He's like, wait, why can't you just finish can't you finish telling this?
Keep up with us, you hyena. Oh, sorry. I meant officers.
Hey, old man, how dare you? Calm down. Calm down.
No. Okay. Yes.
Don't fall behind now. Unless you want to upset our friends here.
Don't you dare try any tricks with us.
We're almost there.
That was weird. Yeah, it's quite clear.
Why have you stopped?
This is a nice spot for a private chat.
Shall we, sir?
Let's do it.
What are you up to? Someone help me!
Some privacy at last.
I guess that's one way to get privacy.
So, tell me, why have you come to seek this old man's counsel?
I came to discuss the future of the Kremnoans.
Interesting. I heard the core flame of the Lance of Fury has been restored, though not by your hand. And you're even considering giving up Nikador's divine power. Is this true?
Those rumors are not entirely groundless.
These rumors are not entirely groundless.
In other words, you did entertain the thought of giving up the throne of Kremnos and forsaking your people.
The divine power is not equivalent to the throne. The path of strife is also not our people's only way.
Enough with the word games. You, of all people, should understand the plight of the Kremnoans.
What does that
Think
mean?
about all the warriors of the Kremnoan detachment who left their homeland with you. Think about their children. Only the yearning for our former glory days has kept us going all this time. If they ever learn that the crown prince they look up to so much is actually toying with the notion of stepping down, think of the disgrace it would bring upon your departed mother, Martimos. You best remember that she died for you because of Europon's schemes, to restore the glory of Kremnos.
Since you've brought that up, tell me, who is responsible for my father's death?
Are you trying to shame me, Mighty Mos? I may be old, but I haven't become so decrepit that I've forgotten it all. Of course I remember that Europon died when the Kremnoan detachment surrounded him. You drove the spear into his chest with your very own hands.
That was merely the final outcome. Do you still not see it? What led my parents and our people to their downfall is none other than the strife we speak of. The quest for glory. The tenet of valorous death before glorious return. This is the creed of every Kremnoan, no matter whether these beliefs are justified or not.
Don't be ridiculous. The only thing that could slay a king is a spear. Even an infant knows that much.
I'd argue an energy weapon that is capable of destroying the entire ground, that's capable of vaporizing an entire city would be able to slay the king, too. But
I swore to your mother that I would guard your crown with my life. I never foresaw that the son of Gorgo himself would be the first to turn his back on the Kremnoan spirit. Gorgo. Your mother bore that name. The name of the great founder of Castrum Kremnos. and she upheld that name with honor. If you choose to turn your back on her legacy, like a wretched deserter, do not fault me for withholding my loyalty, Mighty Mos.
I came to discuss the future of our people with you. But it appears this is not the right time yet.
Go, Mighty. Ha! That's what those Chrysos heirs call you, isn't it? Go down the path you have deemed correct. Deep down, you have always been one to do as you please. And I am well aware that no one can deter you once you've made up your mind. But don't you ever dream of renouncing the traditions of Kremnos. We may reside in Akama now, but we remain eternally bound to strife by blood.
Bloodlines no longer hold any significance in this era of destruction.
My young lord, always bear this in mind. Never reveal your vulnerabilities to anyone. A lion should never dwell amidst its prey. Especially when it wields power enough to dominate the entire hunting ground.
I just
Hereupon,
noticed
the
because
boy did nothing wrong. This is murder. Do not sully the noble name of Kremnos with the blood of an innocent child. You mustn't reveal your weaknesses to the enemy.
Enough! My decision is final. We must use this child's life to preserve the soul of the great Nikador. We must save Castrum Kremnos.
Don't be absurd! Those tiny hands lack the strength to even lift a spear. Do you truly believe him a threat to Castrum Kremnos? You'll be ending the bloodline of Kremnos if you do this. Our millennia-old glory will become nothing more than a joke.
Have you forgotten that we Kremnoans place no value in bloodlines? It is through pure bloodshed and slaughter that the kings of Kremnos have ascended to the throne. As for our millennia-old glory, it has always been a joke in my eyes. Glorify it all you want, but it will not alter the nature of slaughter. Those who revel in it are but murderers. They are no more noble than the most monstrous beasts in Amphorius.
Enough with your words! Among all the kings of Kremnos, which one did not inherit the crown only after plucking it from the lifeless body of his father? But listen to yourself now. Do you truly believe you can cleanse the blood from your hands through mere words alone?
Nay, quite the contrary. I will end this cycle of bloodshed, starting with this child. With these blood-stained hands, I will end it all.
Your failure is inevitable, Hereupon. You are just a coward who can only raise his blade against his own child! A beast that murders his own kin. Royal Wing Elites and Ephors of Kremnos! You cannot sit idly by and watch this atrocity unfold. If you consider yourselves the honorable sons and daughters of Gorgo, then take up your spears and join me in putting an end to this bloody charade!
Does anyone else have any objections? If so, come forward with your spear and prove your mettle.
Understood.
5, 4, 3. No one dare stand by my side. Cowards! Has that crown stripped you of your courage? 2, 1.
It appears there are no objections. Then, in accordance with the Kremnoan Council's principle of tacit consent, The decision is final. With all present as witnesses, this child shall descend into the Sea of Souls, where he will nourish the Lance of Fury and join the fallen heroes. May fate and the gods await your arrival. My son, my Deimos.
Stop!
If you have more to say, then speak. On account of the life we have shared together, I grant you this one final chance.
With the blade of fury above us and the council bearing witness, I, Gorgo, hereby move to challenge the crown in accordance with the laws of Kremnos.
Interesting.
O unworthy king, in the name of the Council of Elders, I demand that you duel me!
Wow.
Very well. We shall see who the Kremnoan blade strikes down.
My Deimos, my son, they all tell me to forget. But how could I ever? The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood.
That was weird. I was just way off to the side looking.
If there is no Kremnos without the crown, then I shall seize the crown and smash it to pieces to bring the people to their senses.
Wow. With roared in anger, enemies remained in silence. Only the cries and the waves of the Sea of Souls echoed. Okay then, wow. Oh, back to private bath chamber. Since the battle with Nikador, you haven't slept so soundly in ages. And if death itself came to arouse you, you'd proudly retort, why does life slumber? Because the bed is warm. Okay, that's funny. You chill from the river of souls wafted by, a sensation hauntingly familiar. Could death truly be at your door? Just open your eyes just in case. Oh. Okay.
Miss, you're awake.
Mistress, why does life slumber?
That's a complicated question. I'm not sure I can answer that. I apologize for arriving uninvited. I saw that you were still asleep, so I took the liberty of waiting nearby.
By waiting nearby, you mean practically hovering yourself over top of me?
I bring a message from Lady Aglaya. She has prepared a gift for you and Don Hong, and wishes to present it to you in person.
Okay. I mean, my answer would, like, my response would be more like a gift. Intriguing. But what are we waiting for? Let's go.
I'm glad you're in good spirits. All right, let's set off.
Nameless recollection. Prince of Grimnos reveals. Filled the path in that trail of Apothos. Past and future travels. Head to the book and write it down. Interesting.
Noise.
Oh, this thing. Hey, yeah. I was like, is it? Ooh, these stories? Why are you off reading them by yourself? I went in too. Just so I can spoil it for you. Yep, gotta click that one. Okay. I'll bonk you on the head with my pink wand. Okay, that was funny. Woo. Okay, there we go. These flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories, as I've written. Okay, let's see, what's this all say? Ooh, okay. This was old. This is the new thing. Okay, let's see. Since which day did it become known as mighty? His strength rivals all lands, but the man pays it no heed. For only the authority of a king can end another king, and only strife can end strife. The torrent of conquest crosses the barrens, yet with homeland's blood it is destined to be stained. None dared to shake his hand in greeting, for his hands burn as the blazing sun, soaked in the might of the flames. What a mighty feat it is. In the aftermath of defeat, the man digs graves for the deceased soldiers, burying thousands with his own hands. I clicked. Okay. In that fight, he crushed all invading blades with his fists. A body immortal may never fall, but tears of pain in his heart still flow.
His years of drifting made him detest water's waves.
They say that is the reason he's so unwilling to weep. But in Idonia's blizzards he once did cry, a tear shed among the storm and frost, that bloomed into a lily stained with blood. Like his undying body, the flower never wilts. In time, the entire world will turn to ash. This haughty man shall be the one to leave behind the world's final beauty, though none are willing to believe. Unlike his kin, those patterns are carved with his blood, a matter so suspicious it stirs the ambitions of the mundane.
A blade that can cut through the mighty must be enough to slay gods.
The people to this day still seek it, yet it is simply a tradition he follows closely. Do not let your enemy notice that you're bleeding, and thus convince them that you are someone unsurpassed, a warrior supreme.
Apart from Kremnos' traditions, what do you have left?
The white-haired friend once asked. The man goes silent and still, his gaze burning into the horizon, looking for a distant past. In his days of wandering, this same question was asked by thousands upon thousands, and he never denied.
That is why I walk on this path.
Interesting. That was neat. Okay, do I get any kind of... Yep, Yeah, cool. Okay, is there any sort of in-game reports from... Oh! Did you know that Akham is full of stories about Mighty Mouse? It's just bursting with tales. Are all princes like that? I'm curious about the course of immortality. I just said course. Yes, the course. Curse. Me too. It's really hard to imagine what an undying body is like. His arm accidentally fell off. Would it become an immortal arm? Sounds like it'd make a great weapon. God, now I've got that image stuck in my head. No, that's no good. Let's talk about something else. I heard someone say that his ability isn't immortality, but defying death. Even if he suffers a fatal wound, he can resist the call of Thanatos and force his way out of the realm of the dead. Yeah, that's an unbelievable kind of power. Still, there really are way too many rumors about Mighty Mouse flying around. If they were all true, he wouldn't even have time to eat, would he? I wonder who's spreading all the stories. Sure is mysterious, don't you think? Yay. 60 stellar jade. Yay. And there's 60 more I can get there. Awesome.
The baths are bustling. Now that Nikador has fallen, the soldiers in the city can finally catch a break.
I don't know how long I'll be able to live like this.
Is that Lady Treby and Lady Trianne?
just, like, walk through that person. Okay.
You must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. We definitely all saw it back then.
No?
Trianne, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years in one piece. Nothing is impossible. We are fragile too, but we still got through those sad times. Ugh, look at that color and how it glitters in the light. It's exactly as we remember it. Why won't you buy it? If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever. Calm down, Trianne. You need rest.
Please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision, I can put this aside for you until tomorrow. Or until you're ready?
No, it's all right. Trianne is just... she'll come to her senses tomorrow. We'll be off first. Trianne is just... what? Trianne is super mad, that's what! You've forgotten all about Mama! Mama gave us something just like this before! Trianne...
See you tomorrow? I hope you two patch things up soon.
See you tomorrow. May the winds of fortune bless you.
Oh, that was a sound effect. Oh, that was maybe a little awkward.
It's so hard to understand what they're thinking sometimes.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Treby and Lady Trianne were discussing just now?
Oh, it's Miss Castoris. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure myself. See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts. Some time ago, I found this trinket being sold at the Marmorial Market, and bought it to use as decoration at my stall. When Lady Treby and Lady Trianne walked by earlier, Lady Trianne happened to catch sight of it, and promptly insisted that it was a precious memento from her hometown. But Lady Treby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said it couldn't possibly be from Yanisopolis. The likelihood of such fragile glassware surviving the Chrysos War is simply too low. For some reason, Lady Trianne became awfully upset after hearing that.
I see. Madam, would you mind selling this trinket to me?
Certainly. It's just... if it truly is a relic from Yanisopolis, it could be worth a small fortune. Miss Castoris, I'm running a business here after all, so...
I understand. Feel free to name your price.
Glare at her in silence.
I suppose I can sell it to you at cost as a sign of goodwill, Miss Castoris. Just promise to support my business in the future.
Much appreciated. We're lucky that she has a good heart. I'm not one to venture out often, and while I have some savings, it takes a lot out of me to even talk to people, let alone haggle. Had it been another merchant, I would have been set back plenty. The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that it holds special meaning for Lady Trianne and reminds her of her hometown.
That... Alright. I feel like that looks like that could be like a ruby. I was trying to remember the name of it and make sure I had the name right before I said it. Yeah, not that it was like a, not that I said ruby and it was actually, it's again, actually it was like, oh, that's clearly not a ruby, it's clearly obviously like a, I don't know, a periodot, and I got those two gems mixed up. And that's probably not how that gem's pronounced. But, yeah, that... Ow. Yeah, that... is, Yep, definitely.
I've long wished to show my gratitude for Lady Trian's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. This chance encounter today feels like divine intervention. Perhaps this is the gift I've been searching for.
It definitely... it looks like it's a gem of some kind.
Still, this trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it. That way, no matter how much Lady Trian runs around, it won't break easily. Alright, back to business after that little detour. Let's keep moving. Don't stray far now. We've already kept Lady Aglaya waiting long enough.
What are you folks going to do next?
It seems your friend arrived before us.
It does appear that way. You're finally here.
Welcome, Cass. And you as well, trailblazer from beyond the sky.
I didn't expect you to call me that.
Your companion here kindly explained the meaning behind the name to me earlier. Through him, I've come to understand that you and your friends walk the paths of Kefali and Yanis in places beyond the sky. Addressing you appropriately is the least I can do, as a show of respect. For all that has happened, it was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and jeopardize your safety. To express our gratitude for your kind trailblazing endeavors, we would like to present you with the highest honor of Akima. This is the dew of divine blood, brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans. It is said that only 12 bottles existed. The last 3 bottles are now being kept in the treasure vault of Akima. Back in the days of prosperity, cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. Unsealing it during a ceremony held in honor of 2 cities' diplomatic ties was the highest form of respect one could show the other.
That makes sense.
And now, in keeping with tradition, Akima dedicates this drink to our esteemed guests from beyond the sky in appreciation of what you have done for us.
I'm not of drinking age yet. No, Express has house rules about drinking, and even I'm not exempt to them. This precious gift isn't simply a token of gratitude, though, is it, Lady Aglaya?
Very perceptive, Mr. Dunhung. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the dew of divine blood as testament, we wish to forge an alliance with the Trailblazers.
With all due respect, won't forging an alliance with the Chrysosairs embroil us in the conflicts within Akima? I'm sure you can understand where our misgivings come from, Lady Aglaya. Well, my gift. No. Right, we need to think about this first. Like said then, Lady Aglaya, please don't misunderstand. We'll still do what we can to assist you in the flame chase journey. It's just, I've heard of the friction between the Chrysosairs and the Council of Akima. As outsiders, we are wary of getting caught up in this conflict.
Wow! Gray and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard.
What?
No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaya's tone of voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine.
Who the frick are you?
Not only are you guests from beyond the sky, but you've also done so much for Akuma. You're practically heroes to us all. Lady Aglaya would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
You are?
Hyacinth, thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Hyacinth.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again. Oh, it's Cassie. Oh, I've missed you.
Look, is Aglaya's nickname Agly?
Miss! You can't say that! Lady Aglaya should always be Lady Aglaya.
Fine. This girl, she's a natural at making friends. Reminds me, you have an old friend with pink hair. Says that March 7th in whatever state she's in, basically he has the thought of, hey, who are you calling to he just has this feeling of, hey, who just called me old? Who are you calling old?
As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here to bring healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together. Can we be friends? I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akuma presents such an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglaya, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akuma, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
She's here to help Aglaya recruit us.
You're mistaken. The capable Lady Aglaya doesn't need my help with things like this.
I see. In that case, we will accept this gift from Akuma. We welcome the chance to talk with you, Lady
Oh, yay!
What's
And I'll
your
get
name?
started on my questionnaire.
Pardon the question, but I've been meaning to ask this for a while. Micro-expressions, tone of voice, questionnaires. These are all parts of the usual skill set for Aquila's priests.
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the new sporists at the Grove of Epiphany and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard. Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Nikador's attack on Akuma, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akuma.
Hyacinth. Making sure that's in my head. Hyacinth. Okay.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away.
If you say so. Ah, so you're a therapist. Thank you. We will keep that in mind.
Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglaya.
I would love to keep you in Akama for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Akama intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Cersei's core flame at the earliest convenience.
Oh, that sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglaya, you can't be asking me to...
No need to fret. We won't put you on the spot. Trianne will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akama, and Castris will be accompanying her.
I happen to have a few questions for Professor Anaxa as well, regarding the missing Titan Thanatos.
Since this involves Akima's diplomatic affairs, we'll give you some privacy. Let's go out and play.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Miss Trailblazer, why not go with him? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
That's a wonderful suggestion. Come visit the Grove, Grey. I'd be delighted to show you around.
Great. Sounds good. Gaining more insight into the customs and geography of different regions of Amphorius is also part of trailblazing.
In that case, do bring this spindle along with you. This tool, called the weft, is used to spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations. Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays, it's become a symbol of great significance. In this respect, it is the perfect token to represent my will. If you encounter trouble at the Grove, just take this out and show it to them.
Interesting.
While you're in the Grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not, allowing you to see things as I would. Castris knows this too.
Interesting.
Make good use of it. Trianne is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Akama, so I won't keep you any longer. May your journey be smooth.
Wow. Weft. It's just such a weird, funny, silly name. Weft. No.
I'm glad to be in your company again, miss.
Tell me about the Titan known as Thanatos.
Thanatos controls my fate, in a sense. The curse I bear came from them, and they have something of mine. Something of great importance that I must get back from them.
Who's Professor Anaxa?
When I was studying at the Grove alongside Phainon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos heirs and the Titans. That's also when I met Miss Hyacinth. She was Anaxa's teaching assistant then.
Interesting. What's the Grove of Epiphany?
The Grove of Epiphany is Akama's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Cersei's and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans. They also provide academic research support for the Flame Chase journey.
Okay.
Several Chrysos heirs are based in the Grove, including Miss Hyacinth and Professor Anaxa.
Any more questions? Let's
I
go.
came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates. Let's go meet up with her.
Okay. Let's go. Oh. Get teleported right out here. Wasn't necessarily expecting that.
There she is! And Lady Trianne. But who's that they're looking at?
It's a good question.
Did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury.
Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trianne! Trianne was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Akama for some fresh air. But then we found him collapsed on the roadside. Trianne knows the city has good doctors, so Trianne brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor.
I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trian. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so I had to perform some emergency treatment first.
These wounds, they're caused by the black tide. This is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's a miracle he's still alive, considering how badly the black tide injured him. Gray, Cassie, and Trian, would you mind making your way to the grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join you.
Okay.
As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Trian believes he'll get better. Everybody, follow Trian! Fly, fly, fly away from Akama!
Okay, you just stopped here. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you now.
Down this road we go, to the skies we fly, leaving Akama behind! Little Cass, little Gray, are you ready?
Are we not using the sentry gate?
You might not be aware of this, but using the sentry gate takes a significant toll on Lady Trian.
Trian promised Treeby that we wouldn't open the gate unless we had no other choice.
Okay. Alright, let's go.
I'm ready too.
Okie dokie. Everybody, let's hold hands. To the grove we go!
Why do we all need to hold hands?
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto Wolfeld.
Really, you don't say.
Cass, memmy, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
Whoa. I was not expecting that. To hear Cass and then Memmy Memmy Mem.
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't you give it a go?
Why are you two so close already?
Memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem. Memmy, memmy, mem, 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 mem.
Because you're now good friends after traveling together for so many days.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable. Oh, this is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador. After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying. Even if it's just a little.
Mem, 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 memmy, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem.
Gems that I'm learning new things once I obtain the memory of poking Wolfeld. Will I grow hands that are as pretty as Cass's hands? Scary. Don't teach her how to sew.
Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem.
That's horrible. You can't say that to a girl.
Memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Memmy, memmy, mem. Mem, 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 mem.
Of course you were just kidding. Supposedly. I was just kidding. Anyways, please this chip didn't go
Memmy, mem, mem. Mem, 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 mem.
Changes you'll experience next. You might become fluffier. Transform into a cute girl. Now. Learn a new power. I'm gonna go with the third one just because it was funny. Yeah, you don't have to yell.
Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass, and a little pink puppy?
Puppy? Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, 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 memmy, mem. Memmy.
It just trips me off guard every single time like an actual word is said. Like a word or name, whatever. Puppy, I've become a different species altogether. And here I thought she would just give me a nickname like Little Memmy.
It's already action hour. Lady Trian, I hope you're well rested.
Why? Action hour at noon. Of course, I had to just all of a sudden think of the stupid, goofy line that plenty of people have asked Matt Mercer to say, and he just... is that it's high noon.
You were talking in your sleep. Did you dream of many things?
Sleep talking? What did Trianne say?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword, let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make fun of Trianne.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trianne's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute red mushroom.
It's an interesting way of describing it, but sure.
But Trianne can't remember what Mama looked like anymore. Not even in the dream just now. Memmy mem. Memmy mem mem memmy mem mem.
You don't have hands, only paws.
Memmy mem mem mem.
It's just a figure of speech.
Memmy mem mem. Memmy memmy mem mem memmy memmy mem mem. Memmy 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 mem mem memmy mem mem mem.
My goodness. Saying so many mems and mems and so many mems and yems and memmies and all that nonsense. Like, wow. Think about it. There are so many memories scattered all over this world. Surely at least one contains an image of Trianne's mama.
Memmy mem memmy mem 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 memmy mem 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 boom. Mem memmy mem 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 memmy mem 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 mem.
I, again, was not expecting boom.
Trianne thinks that's a great idea. Can the pink puppy help Trianne out? Memmy mem 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 mem.
If you promise to stop calling me a pink puppy.
Yay! And I'll call you Little Memmy from now on. Mem 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 mem. Memmy mem 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 mem. Memmy mem 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 mem.
It's much better. Still, I'd like to know what exactly I am. That was just a name I came up with on a whim. Mem. Is Mem a Pokemon? That's breaking beyond the bounds of Pokemon speech. Like, seriously, it's just like name, Mem. Says Mem. Actually, Pokemon would call it like Memmy. Why do they make such long voice lines of nonsense?
Trianne remembers that we need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Cersei's would be willing to visit Akama. If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time!
It's a good question.
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Cersei's, Nestia would always come to the meeting in a long white dress. As the warps and wefts of the dress came into contact with the ground, They turned into paths and stairs. May this romantic path bring good tidings to Akuma.
Fragments remain radiant in the darkness, illuminating the blooming blue flowers around them. It said that Nasty is the form of butterflies once emerged from such cocoons, bestowing the gifts of memory and prophecy upon the world. Interesting. Welcome to the Grove, a place blessed by reason. The majesty of the Bow of Rift speaks for themselves. Onward, guest from afar, behold the gorgeous view. Okay. It's interesting, intriguing, and I'm curious what on earth these things are.
Look! A huge tree! It's huge!
Whoa, and it has a face. Silent statue seems shrouded in a delicate veil surrounded by glowing insects and bluish flowers. Scene inexplicably brings to mind Nestia's legend of transforming into butterflies. Before becoming butterflies, it seems the two were a solitary nocturnal wanderer who enjoyed solitary strolls.
Ma'am.
Wow, it's so majestic. Hurry up, capture this moment. The tree bounced lightly in the silent forest, tilting and falling into the floating green waves. Passing breeze rustled through the leaves, as if it was sighing, softly fading into the lightless ocean above on high. Your seventh appreciate the sublime scene. You're uncertain, unhung, perhaps. Never mind. If he encounters a tree as big as this one, it would be a deeply troubling situation. Let's take a photo this way. No. I stepped back and it stopped counting. There we go. Cool. Never failed to impress. This photo deserves an award. What is this huge tree, though?
It's the Bow of Rift, the divine body of Circe's. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large, verdant forest.
Interesting. So this is the Reason Titan.
A long time ago, Thelesis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
Trian knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be.
But is the academy supposed to be this quiet?
Something feels off. The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circe's give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting. Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival.
So we have no way in?
There should still be a way in. I'm just a little surprised.
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want to be disturbed, so they shut the entrance.
For now, let's look around and see if we can find out what's happened.
This place is too quiet. What in the world is going on?
Oh, Trian found it! Everybody, fly across to the other side! The entrance on the other side. Where could it be?
like right there.
Lumber's eyes are so sharp!
I knew you would find it. The courtyard of Storgi should be just ahead of us.
What unit is this thing? Keep seeing them. What are they?
Looks good.
Let's see. How long have I been live for? About 2.5 hours. I guess I can go a little bit later than this.
As I expected, something's not right here.
Even though we're not scholars, someone should have come forward to receive us by now.
Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet.
Maybe Aglaia didn't give them a heads up?
There is no way she would have neglected such an important diplomatic matter.
Hello? Is anyone there? Oh, no one's here.
Bro, that scared me.
I have an idea. Lady Trian, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaia said this. While you're in the grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not. This is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circes are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests. Oh, Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Who came up with this? How unique.
Well, these lines are documented in the Handbook of Nestia's Priests. So, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvia with the golden thread.
There isn't a reaction. Did it not work?
But that shouldn't be. Are they white dryad flowers?
Oh, we're finally going to be able to interact with all these things that I've been seeing. Oh, that thing. Cool. White Dryad, what a cute name.
No, these aren't white dryads. These are shadows of dead white dryads.
So they're just dead.
Dead me, ma'am.
Okay. Dead white dryad.
Shadow?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died. What you see here are just faint afterimages of their souls.
Interesting.
However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all.
But what happened to them? Why are there only tiny shadows of them left?
Mem, can you read their memories?
Let me try.
No. It's dumb. Got me. Almost.
Black. Cloak. Sword.
Whoa.
Toward the great tree.
Could only vaguely make out those words. Interesting.
I have a bad feeling about this.
No, do eh?
The deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh! Trianne will be on high alert!
Sounds like probably a good idea, just in general. Ooh. That looks cool.
The smell of death is becoming more and more intense. There, on the steps.
This doesn't look ideal.
This looks really scary. Memmy mem, memmy mem, memmy mem, mem, memmy mem.
What kind of beast is this? Is it the Death Titan skin?
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks of their former selves. Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't bode well.
Agreed.
Should we inform Aggie about this? Mem! Memmy mem.
That black thing seems to be moving. I swear I've seen something like this in, like, a completely different game. I'm trying to think of what I'm... It's not ringing a bell. It feels like I've seen something. It feels like I've seen like a head that looked similar to that. Right. Fog King and Xenoblade Definitive Edition in the story? Is that what that reminds me of? Maybe. I don't know.
The monster is alive! Trianne will protect everybody!
Trianne, please hide behind us. Miss, let's do this.
Enemies will afflict ally units with the corrosion state. Attacking enemies will restore the corroded HP. The more targets hit, the more is restored.
As expected. The words black, sword, and cloak. They're talking about the Black Tide.
Never seen perfection before? Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown. Time to twirl!
I'm okay.
I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
You defeated it! Little Gray! Little Kaz! You're so strong! Memmy mem mem. Memmy mem mem. Memmy mem mem.
But these monsters, they aren't supposed to show up here,
To
right?
think the Black Tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite its remote location. I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no! Does this mean that Akuma is also in danger?
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in fending off the first wave of attacks, but at what price?
Same time in Akuma. Ooh.
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts of Akuma.
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for your hard work.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption.
It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove either. You deserve a good rest now. Treeby, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Ackerman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique. Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the Grove.
The Grove? You mean...
Now that I think about it, Castrus and the rest should have arrived at the Grove by now.
Trian just got in contact. The Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread. What should we do, Aggie?
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there, but...
But... what?
But they can't say for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the Grove.
Makes sense.
Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They've set off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Is this a joke as well?
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akima. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akima's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something... I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything that may happen.
All right. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Treeby, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the Black Tide.
Pius said that Anaxa is still alive. If that's true, then there's still hope for everyone else, too. Who is this Anaxa anyway? Why does everybody seem to have some kind of trust in him?
How should I put it? Lady Aglaia doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid.
Sounds like a big shot. Ah, that makes complete sense. Were you in a similar situation before, friend?
Believe me, she is far nicer to the two of you than she is to Anaxa. Despite being a Chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense. During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the Flame Chase journey.
Interesting.
Mem?
Still able to conduct research here? Didn't you just say that the Grove is an academy that was established around a Titan?
Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the Titan who treats us the best.
Looks like Circes must really be open-minded if they're accepting of even this kind of novel idea.
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our flame chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore their core flames.
With the exception of Voronix, that is. They didn't lend us their power willingly.
I don't think Ornix was as reluctant to help us as he put it. They wouldn't have deemed my worthy and allowed me to journey alongside all of them.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide and did not descend into madness.
Trian believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart. So, Little Gray and Little Cass, just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because we can fly.
True.
Good idea. In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trian. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
Okay. We will keep that in mind. Trian was just trying to help.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here. Remember all those brave heroes in the tales you've heard? They would always save their strength until the very last moment. That way, they could ensure that nothing went wrong with their plans. Isn't that right?
In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you.
Lady Trian is motivated. I mustn't fall behind. Need something to help out my friends that only I have. Ornix's power. If I find any memories.
So many monsters.
Okay, I think I'm going to get some useful memories here. Let me try. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here. I hope anyone who may have tuned in enjoyed the stream. But yeah. Let's see. Okay, yep. There's someone I am following who's also playing this game. And that's not the rating option. There we go. Okay. Alright. Well. Hope y'all had a wonderful time. Goodbye.
Bye.